Elsewhere in the Middle East, teams in central Gaza are searching through rubble for survivors of an Israeli airstrike. Medical teams say at least 10 people were killed at an open public market where displaced families often took shelter. Israel says they were targeting gunmen operating from a shelter in the area. And in Cairo today, there were more talks aimed at getting a ceasefire deal that could free some Israeli hostages still held in Gaza. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan represented the United States. South Korean lawmakers voted today to impeach President Yoon Suk-yeol. It was for his surprise and short-lived declaration of martial law, which suspended most civil rights, including the right to protest and freedom of the press. Following the vote, Yoon said impeachment is a temporary pause. The prime minister now assumes presidential duties, while South Korea's constitutional court decides whether to remove Yoon from office. House Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi underwent hip replacement surgery today at the U.S. Army Hospital in Landstuhl, Germany. Pelosi, who's 84 years old, tripped and fell yesterday in Luxembourg. She's in Europe as part of a bipartisan congressional delegation marking the 80th anniversary of World War II's Battle of the Bulge. Pelosi's office says she's well on the mend. ABC News has agreed to pay $15 million to the Trump Library to settle a defamation suit. It stems from anchor George Stephanopoulos' incorrect description of the civil case involving Mr. Trump and writer E. Jean Carroll. The network also is paying Mr. Trump's lawyer $1 million in legal fees. In a statement, ABC News said it's pleased both parties were able to reach an agreement. A somber holiday tradition today at Arlington National Cemetery and at cemeteries across the nation. At Arlington, volunteers placed holiday wreaths at grave markers as part of National Wreaths Across America Day. The tradition enlists volunteers to lay wreaths at grave sites to recognize the sacrifice of fallen American warriors. About 400,000 veterans and their family members are buried at Arlington. Up next on PBS News Weekend, how hospitals across the country are dealing with a shortage of IV fluids. And a new era in chess begins with the youngest champion ever.
This is PBS News Weekend from the David M. Rubenstein studio at WETA in Washington, home of the PBS NewsHour, weeknights on PBS.